and welcome to the Cobb Brothers podcast. It is episode 134, gentlemen and ladies.
Clap, clap, clap.
Lentilman.
Lentilman.
Oh, like beans?
Nice. What is it? Beans?
Lentils? Yeah, that's what lentils are. That's what
Lentils
beans
are
are.
Ladies, gentlemen, Lentilman.
Mm-hmm.
I thought lentils were like those little celery things.
You're a legume.
Anyways, I'm Brandon.
To my right, I have Cyrus.
Hey, remember when I said there's a PlayStation controller that can edge you?
Oh, God.
Yeah, dude, Ford's got a car that does that.
We're not even.
It's a whole
done
series of
the
cars.
video.
They've been edging us for years, dude. Well, I'm David, and then, as usual, Colton is here as well.
I exist, yes.
I can't even see
I
you.
think
How are you
this-
talking to me?
Do I?
Do you?
You can see him. He's streaming that game.
All I see is Kratos with the circle prompt and a question mark.
What game are you playing, Colton?
Diablo 4.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
I found out that I had a free season pass from pre-ordering it
Fair.
from way back when.
Gotta
So
use it. We, boys, are coming off of our most popular episode of the podcast so far.
Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, 133 is our most viewed podcast at the moment. It surpassed the pilot episode.
Oh,
So-
wow. That's crazy.
It was literally because we put Helldivers in the title. I think that's what did it.
It's wild
Okay.
that the first episode is one of the most viewed ones, even though we specifically told a lot of people just start on 2.
Yeah. Specifically to skip that one. It was so bad, too. We were just huddled around.
A single mic, right?
It's this mic I'm using right now. Yeah.
Is it really?
We were all,
We had
we
it-
were all using one mic. We could hear the fucking AC in the background. People
Yeah.
were talking in the other room next to us. It was
Yeah.
horrible.
Plates
The
clinking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is not a good example of
Your
what
signature
the
fish tank.
podcast has become.
Yes, the fish tank. You guys, the fish tank.
We should do
I remember that.
a redux.
Oh yeah,
of
we
this
always had to
episode.
unplug the fish tank.
Poor
Oh.
fish. They
The
had to
fish
die
tank.
for
They'll be
an hour.
fine. We'll just film for an hour and a half. They'll be fine.
They can breathe. They have water. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were fine. Yeah,
I had
it was a big enough tank.
I had a bubble stone in there, so they had oxygen.
That's
Yeah,
That's all that matters. That's all they need.
It's funny, we got so many views, but I don't think we gained any subscribers. So I'd welcome anybody that listened to the last episode, but they're not coming back.
Hey, be
if you are here,
be
welcome
optimistic.
back. Thank you.
And yeah, if you are, please like and subscribe because it helps us out greatly.
We did get a comment because I made a remark in the last episode to leave a comment if you got to this point in the video, and somebody was like, "Hey, I didn't really watch the video, but I think it's hilarious that you put a celebrity's name in the title just cause."
Thank you.
Yeah, they're like, this came up in my
Well,
feed
that was your
randomly.
idea, Cyrus, but that was awesome. See, it
It-
works.
It worked.
Put
Yeah.
Kanye West or Kanye,
Kanye
West.
West, Kanye Lamar,
Sorry, Kanye Lamar. Yeah, in the title.
Kanye West.
Kendrick Direction.
Kendrick One Direction.
Kendrick direction.
Yeah, that was excellent though. I see
No.
everybody has been buying Helldivers recently. I see Oscar
It's good.
is diving straight into hell.
Yeah, diving straight in. They did raise the cap, the level or the player cap per game
That is good.
Finally,
from 400,000 to 700,000.
that's good.
So they're expecting.
It's probably going to fill that gap within the week.
No, they're expecting. They said straight up, like, "Hey, you're probably still going to be stuck in a queue at some point, but hopefully for not nearly as long." So
Yeah.
That's nuts with the 700,000 player cap. They're like, you're still going to be waiting. but
Yeah,
it's-
dude.
You're not going to be waiting as long.
No, but there is a trick to bypass it. If your friend is loaded in already and they send you an invite, you can skip that altogether.
They don't even have to send you an invite. You can literally, if you're on Steam anyway, you can literally right-click their name and hit join game. And even if their game's set to private, it'll skip you through the queue and then kick you off their ship onto your own.
So if you don't have friends, you're shit out of luck.
Literally just add somebody random.
What if nobody wants to be my friend?
They don't have to agree to be your friend. You can still add them to your friends list.
You are my friend
What if
now.
I get blocked? What if I'm just that unlikable?
I don't know.
Well, then I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hack and slash.
I'm going to Epic Games.
Wait, don't hack and slash. Don't take that the wrong way.
Rip and
Anyways,
Oh shit.
Ru-
That's what that
Fuck.
was.
Well,
Anyways,
yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say.
is it Bluey hitting Game Pass?
Oh my
Game
god.
of the year. Oh man.
Bluey hit Game Pass. Has anyone played it yet? Cyrus?
I have not. I have not played Bluey.
I know it's in your library.
There will be a video on it eventually when I get around to playing it. It may be in the next week.
Fucking A.
That's
Speaking of games that were added to Game Pass, Dead Island 2 was added next to Bluey. You know, those two games go side and side.
it's like Animal Crossing and Doom when they both came out during the pandemic at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the
All
exact same
all
game.
those memes that came out of the fucking Doom guys standing next to that little thing, the little fucking cute thing is like,
Isabella.
crush its head in. You know you want to do it.
No, they're friends. They rip and tear together.
It's Game Pass's Oppenheimer and Barbie.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, the
I
Game
think
Pass
it-
Barbenheimer?
I think they do
Yeah.
it intentionally because
Game
it's like
Pass
they release a game
Barbenheimer.
they release a game for the kids, and they're like, we have to release something for the dad that's watching it too.
Oh, there's a knock at the door.
That's fair.
Hello, sir.
Oh, dude.
The Taquito Grandmaster. Thank you, dog.
Taquito delivery.
Dude, is he coming to my door next? Do I have to close it and reopen it for him to appear?
Yeah, he whipped his fucking Razor scooter and scootered on out. It was awesome. You should have seen it.
Goody balooty.
He wasn't even wearing a helmet, dog. I thought that was pretty cool too.
That's how you know he's edgy.
Edgy.
Edging?
Oh no,
That
we
too.
already went over this. Did you know that the WWE has a rated R superstar that does exactly that?
What?
What his name's
Really?
Edge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Ford has a whole line of cars that do
Dude,
it. like we
Microsoft
talked
has a
about.
thing too.
Microsoft has a web browser.
God damn it.
Oh no.
God damn it.
You open it, it says I'm gonna edge all over the place, and then it edges.
It edged Cortana into extinction.
Yeah, Cortana's gone. Bitch. Does anybody still have Windows 8? Because that would be fucking awful.
Somebody somewhere that doesn't know a lot about computers probably does.
I mean,
I actually have a Windows 8 disk sitting somewhere around here.
like
Most companies probably do.
do you remember when Reed got Windows 8? It was like our freshman year of high school. I was so fucking confused when I logged onto the library computers to do something real stupid, and I'm like, oh, where is everything? Hello? Because you hit the start button and it's like, oh, here's 100 grids unrelated to what you've been doing, because it's a fucking library computer. Want to take an AR test? Do some star reading? Oh my god. I have a lot of beef with Windows 8. I never had a personal computer that ever had Windows 8, pre-installed onto it.
Windows 8.2 was definitely better than Windows like 8. Cuz so Windows 8 was actually set up more like the tablet style system where it didn't have like a start menu and all that kind of stuff. And then Windows 8.2 like made it more back to the traditional desktop with the start menu and the regular icon layout and all that stuff that wasn't as touch oriented, and they kind of killed off the tablet aspect one.
Don't forget Xbox One's launched with the Windows 8 type of UI.
Yes, they did.
God, it was so gross. When people made fun of the Xbox One, it fucking deserved it. It was so bad. When we bought the Fallout 4 with the Xbox One, it had that UI on it for like 2 days before it updated. Like we bought it right when they got like shoehorned that out and said fuck you, goodbye. Because it used to be when you hit the home button and you went back to the home page, you know how it just puts up a little icon of your game? It would still keep your game up in a picture-in-picture view, and then you could scroll around the home page for a little bit before you went to a new tab. I thought that was pretty neat, but it was also useless. Didn't really do anything.
They also got rid of the the TV tuner function, even on like the Xboxes that have the input for it. You can't use it anymore, really.
One guide doesn't work.
No. One guide has been deactivated.
That is, I mean, nobody here has a cable box, so it really doesn't affect us.
Well, you could also use it for an input for like you could actually like plug your PlayStation into your Xbox and then have them both use the same like input.
Which is pretty cool. Kind of like a stereo. Like if you had a home theater set up.
Yeah.
One less HDMI plug.
For the audience that
It-
was born before 2005.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody here or anybody listening has a cable box besides like I'll say it, old people, you old people and your fucking cable boxes.
Yeah.
The DirecTV remote is like a landmark in the early 2000s home.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. You know, like how years later, things that you've done so much in your youth are just natural to you, like whether that's a job or a subject that you studied in school or something that you did. You pick up a DirecTV remote and you know how to use that bitch. You can fly through the fucking menus. You know how to record shit.
Yep.
You knew it exactly what those 4 different color buttons meant.
Everybody knew that Nickelodeon was on channel 372. Don't even lie. You knew that it was all within the
For
same
direct
15 channel
for
block.
direct for DirecTV it was. Yeah, but people had Dish and other providers, and that's where that argument started. And they were like, "It's not that channel.
It's
It's
channel
this channel."
39. And you're like, no.
It was
PBS
different
was
on
channel
cable.
18 and Fox was channel 26 and
For me,
ABC was 23.
Oh, wow.
for over the air in Reno, it's always been CBS is 2, PBS is 5, ABC is 8, and Fox is 11.
And NBC's on 4.
NBC on 4. That's right. That's the one I forgot. Yeah.
You know, it's a really weird lost relic that younger people might not understand because like younger people are not watching antenna television, right? Like if you're 15, you're
Yeah.
not, oh yeah, let me just fix my antenna real quick. Even though it all went digital like 15 years ago.
All the kids in high school that watched the Super Bowl watched it on one of their parents' TVs, or they watched it on their NFL subscription that they're paying for, not realizing they can get it for free by buying a $15 antenna to plug into your TV.
Pretty much. There you will never see channels 3 and 4 together live over the air because of old VCR boxes.
Yep.
Because the way that old VCRs would work is you would plug it into the antenna port in the back of your TV and it would be set to channel 3 or 4. Whichever one wasn't being used in your area.
I remember you used to have to do the same thing for like if you were using a console or something, a video game thing, you had to use it on channel 3 or the auxiliary channel, which was usually set up on a TV. That channel 3 was the aux channel.
When I was a kid,
3 or 4.
3 or 4,
Yeah.
yep. When I was a kid, we used to have a TV that was so old that we would have to plug a VCR in, and then we would plug our GameCube into the VCR. So like GameCube was on channel 3, forever and always.
I think mine was channel 3 too.
Yep.
Yeah, I always had it on channel 3. Yeah.
People at work, I'm only 25, right? And people at work are shocked to find out that I know what a VCR is and VHS tapes. And I'm like, homie, we didn't get our first DVD player till I was what? Like, when did I get the 360? When I was 11, 2009.
I was ahead of my time for game capture back in the day because I'm pretty sure I was one of the first people to think to hook my Super Nintendo up to my VCR and then hit record.
Whoa, dog!
Fuck yeah.
You still have the tapes?
No.
Can you write Colton special tapes and send it to me through the mail?
I'll give you my special tapes.
All right, there we go. We're settled.
God, bros are getting spicy.
So
This
if-
is why you should be
Yeah.
here, Oscar.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
go to our
literally
Patreon.
this week the rails are just falling right off.
Were there rails to begin with?
I don't think so.
I-
That intro was kind of really just crazy after 20 seconds.
I think we're just a steam
Crazy.
engine
I was crazy once.
rolling through the Midwest,
Locked me
just
in a room.
killing buffalo, like
What?
just
Wait a minute.
fucking metal on dirt. There's no rails. That was the American Midwest, right? Just slaughtering buffalo and I don't know what else the cowboys do.
Gruesomely murdered people.
They searched for
They
gold.
slaughtered a lot of things.
Like buffalo.
Yeah, they killed literally everything they came across. There's a reason there's less than 100 California condors in the world, and every single one of them, except for like 3 that have been born in the wild recently, have fucking numbers painted on their wings.
Where did the lumbago come from? Like what animal gave them that?
I think lumbago is more of a bipod thing or biped thing.
Isn't that the Apple product?
Bipod or a biped?
You said either one. I heard there's both.
Winnebagos with wings.
One's got
Oh,
a bigger screen.
I got it. iPod. I get you.
I didn't know Apple was sturdy like that. You know, there's a lot of people that don't know that Mac is short for Macintosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
Macintosh.
there's also a Macintosh stereo company.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Are they still around?
Yes.
Really?
What do they sell?
Like very high-end amplifiers and stuff like that.
Yeah. I was looking on Best Buy's website recently because I was looking for a reliable 4K HDMI splitter.
Snack and toss.
And I came across an 8K in-wall HDMI cable that's only 5 feet long. You know how much that fucker was? Because it's also
100.
rated for a home stereo setup.
75?
Dollars?
Yeah.
Almost. It was
Over
3,500.
100. Oh,
$3,500
I
for a
wasn't expecting
5-foot
4
HDMI
digits
cable.
for the.
Yeah, the Macintosh stereo company, it's spelled Mcintosh, not Mac.
So is it
It's
like
Mic.
Man.
Macintosh?
Yeah.
Sounds dirty.
But yeah,
Nice and
they're
tough.
like audiophile grade audio equipment.
I love how absurd just like audiophiles can get with their setup, and then they spend the most amount of money for the slight increase in quality. Because at this point, if you get a simple headphone app and plug it into a decent pair of headphones, and you have like I don't know a CD, that's pretty
Oh
good
yeah.
quality. Yeah. But you got guys going out there buying $3,500 cables to plug it into a $5,000 amp that also goes into a $6,000 receiver to play one vinyl record,
Yeah.
and the quality's increased just a tad bit. There's no
And their
hiss anymore.
speakers are $40,000.
Oh my god! I saw how much like studio headphones can go for. Mine were $100, and they are perfectly fine.
I have a set of Serwin Vega speakers. Like
Mhm.
I have 4 surround speakers and a center channel. And they're worth like a couple of grand, and I got them for less than $100
Nice.
for everything but the center. I had to buy the center new, so that was 300.
Okay,
The center cost more than my surround speakers combined.
could be worse. How much did you spend on your gaming chair, gamer?
It was 500.
Exactly.
It's a Secret Labs.
It's paying off though.
Yeah, it's comfy.
Know what else is paid off?
What is?
My Series X.
Finally?
Let's go.
Has it
Yep.
really been 2 years?
Yep.
Oh shit.
I didn't know that you got that one on a payment thing. Or did you buy it with your card?
No, Best Buy was running a deal where you set up with some bank and it was 0 interest for this amount of months, and it was basically $15 a month for the Xbox because the other $15 a month was the included Game Pass Ultimate for the whole
Oh, wow.
whole thing.
Have you heard of the Xbox All Access program, Brandon?
Nah.
I don't know if it still is the same price, but it really is. It's you lease it out, not lease it. I mean, pretty much you get to own it in the end. But for 2 years,
It's
you
lease
pay
to own.
lease to own. You spend $35 a month for 2 years to own an Xbox at the end of it. But it also comes with Game Pass Ultimate. So if it's still $35 and you take the $17 away from Game Pass, you're really only putting $17 down a month for the next 2 years for an Xbox. Especially,
That's okay.
yeah. So basically, they just run your credit and go, is this guy going to just steal our Xbox? Because they'll just file it to collections if you don't pay it. But it's 35 a month.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
get
good
you.
credit builder in the end.
So if you don't have credit, it's like the easiest thing you can do to build credit right now.
I mean, honestly, yeah, because I don't.
I would sign up for a credit card right now, homie.
It's
Yeah.
good to practice early on, just to have something. Like my first credit card was solely for gas, and it would only be twice a month, so that would total up to like $150. You just pay like the majority of that down and kind of keep a remaining balance.
I would pay everything
What's the
but
key?
$5 off. So
But
there was
$5
always a balance sitting in there.
fucking A.
So the best way to do it is you get a credit card, and instead of using your debit card for all your purchases, you use your credit card instead.
Mhm.
And then before the credit card statement comes due, pay off everything but, like Cyrus said, a couple of bucks on it. So that way you don't get charged interest on the full principal amount. You're only getting
Yep.
charged interest on
Yeah.
$5.
Yeah.
So you just let all your money sit in your checkings account. Don't use any of that. Spend your credit card as you normally would your debit card. pay it off.
Pay your bills with your credit card, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Where you start getting into the pitfall is when you get a credit card and you go, oh, I can pay it back later. And you start buying more and more things and you start piling stuff on top of it. And then you realize how
Yep.
much interest you're paying when it gets to like $1,000, $2,000.
Right.
And it becomes
'Cause-
impossible to pay it off.
Yeah.
Most credit cards are like 27% interest rates.
Especially when you
more.
start. Because when you start, they don't know.
Yeah, would
you
you-
don't have a credit history. They go, all right, 27%, pay us back or else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind
Still
of dumb
most
too
of
that
mine
it
are-
doesn't count with rent that you've paid, like to an actual like landlord. Because I lived in 2 apartments.
That
Hey,
only counts
I'm-
if the landlords report it.
Yeah, and both the places that I lived at, unfortunately, they didn't, because
Mhm.
I would have had some decent amount of credit built because I was on time with those bills. And towards the end of living in that second apartment, that was stupid amount of money.
We, in my
Yeah.
household, we still pay through money orders. So we have hard copies of everything.
That's good.
It's
Yeah, well,
not as easy.
I had
but
to do, or no, I had to do money orders at first, but then during COVID, they set up the where I could pay it just straight from my bank account.
they don't want your cooties.
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
paid our rent with checks.
Mm-hmm. Do you know how easy it is to apply for a credit card now? It is absurdly easy. You can just like download your bank app on your phone and go, can I get a credit card? And they'll go, okay, how much money do you make a year? And then they go, okay, here it is. You'll see it in a week. Okay. Thank you.
Credit Karma's good for that too, honestly.
Yeah.
I keep track of a few things on there, and it's nice to have that information.
That's cool.
I've had Capital One for years, and it's been fantastic.
I used to know somebody, not going to name names, but somebody would be the bearer of going and getting things from Costco to provide for a workplace that they worked at. And what they would do is they would go and just load up as much as they could on the credit card. And then the company would pay them back. You know, obviously they'd send a receipt and stuff. And they would pay off their credit card and collect all the points so that they would get cash back at the end of the year. And they ended up with, I'm not shitting you, over $10,000 of bonus points
that's wild.
just to spend.
I've been
it on
using my
whatever they
charge
want.
card a lot lately to like pay for stuff as we've been moving and all that.
Mhm.
And I've been building up points like crazy.
Yeah. I don't think you should use a credit card mainly to earn points because most credit cards only offer up to 5% back, which sounds really cool until you realize that every $1,000 you spend, you get at most $50 if they even offer the full 5%. Because most of my cards are like 1%.
My boss was saying it's only worth that if you're flying.
And you get the
it's a
flyers.
Flying, yeah,
Hmm.
because that's the only way. Like
The
he
miles.
he gets comped rooms, drinks, all sorts of excuse me, stuff. So
Yeah. And if
that
it's-
outweighs everything at that point.
And if a company pays you back for like a work business trip or something like that, then
Yeah.
you still keep those points. It's not like you have to sign a form over where you're like, okay, I'm going to give all my points to my employer on my credit card. Can you imagine instead of taxing us, the government's like, okay, you're going to file your W-2. You're going to give us all the points on your credit card, sir, you stupid idiot.
Fuck. Get
Well, the
fucked.
more exclusive the credit card is that you have, the crazier the benefits you get from it are.
This isn't a financial podcast, by the way. We're not experts. This is not
by
advice.
any means.
I recklessly spend money. Hold on.
Oh yeah, likewise. Like no shit.
I just bought a car, so like, ouch, my pocket. But I don't even remember what I was gonna say. We're not experts. We have to say that because some people like get really mad and try to sue over that dumb shit. Where they're like, "Well, I listen to these guys."
Yeah, but we're
They
not
said
actually
it.
telling them to invest in anything.
Yeah, we're telling you how stupid we are. But we're also not experts. But if I was, put it all into NFTs.
Nvidia just hit $2 trillion market cap recently.
Oh, I saw that. It's like
The
a
second
60%
company to do
increase.
it after Apple.
That's because of the rise of AI.
Yeah.
Man,
60% increase in what?
Nvidia. Their valuation is now over 2 trillion.
Holy
was.
shit.
It dipped back down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wish I would have bought some stock in that. Oh well.
Yeah,
It's
likewise.
been useful, huh?
Yep. That would have been a smart thing to do. Rise of AI. People are going to go out and get computers that handle this infrastructure. I was even mentioning during the Super Bowl they had a Copilot commercial, which if you have a Windows 11 computer, you have AI on your computer now. Welcome.
Yeah,
You're in the
I see
club.
it on the bottom right of my computer. I haven't tested it yet, but
If you don't think you do, just type into your search bar when you press the start button. Just type in Copilot, and you have it. Don't worry, you're already on that train.
as long as you've updated your computer.
Yeah, if you're not using Windows 8, fucking Windows 8
As
goobers.
as long as you don't, as long as you have TPM 2.0 support anyway,
That's true.
you can install Windows 11.
Um, God, I remember when that Windows 11 came out. They're just like, yeah, a bunch of computers can't run it. So sorry, you can't have Copilot. No way. No AI. Womp womp. Did you just say womp womp? Hey, if you have Windows 8 on your computer, like is your primary computer, can you please unsubscribe? Is that a fair thing to say?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm prejudicing right now.
No, just either down to Windows 7 or get Windows 10 and or go to Linux.
Just dual
Ubuntu?
boot your PC. Yeah, Ubuntu.
Use some Ubuntu or
Ubuntu.
Linux Mint if
Mhm.
your computer can't handle Ubuntu.
Shout out to all the Steam users that still run Linux. I don't know why, but you guys are like set in your ways.
I've been messing around with Linux lately. It's actually come a long way as far as like support for games and stuff goes.
They just made us use it at the university, and it was still like an older Ubuntu, and it was
Yeah.
pretty jank, but it did exactly what we needed it to.
Yeah, the current Ubuntu is actually pretty decent, I gotta say.
I wouldn't know. I haven't used it in years.
I was literally using it like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. What do I know then?
Ubuntu is what?
Linux.
Oh,
It's an operating system.
for sure.
So the appeal of Linux is that it's open source. So like you know how Apple
And free.
Apple owns like their iOS systems and what they run Mac on.
Right.
What is it called? The firmware for Mac computers? Is it just Mac?
No. Uh,
Safari.
I can't remember.
Sorry.
I can't remember what their kernel level application is.
And then
Safari is the browser.
web
yeah.
browser.
The browser, yeah.
And then Microsoft has Windows, like your computer's operating system is Windows. Linux is open source, meaning that anybody can do whatever they want with it.
It typically
So,
runs
okay.
on a Grub or Proton compatibility layers.
You could theoretically build your own game console on Linux. I don't know why
Yes.
you would, but you could.
Hmm.
Yeah. You could
Well,
build-
so like most people's like emulator boxes that they have at their houses and stuff, those are usually running some form of Linux because it's easier to set up than Windows.
you know those
Wow.
little computers that you see get advertised on like eBay or Wish or
Yeah.
Temu or stuff like that? They're like the little
Yeah.
Game Boy looking devices that have all the games built into it. Those are usually running Linux as well.
They're either running Linux or Android, and Android is based on Linux. So
Wow.
Because Android is open source. Thanks, Google.
That's nuts.
So what's the moral of the story?
Technology is cool.
Are you guys learning? Just like I am today.
I'm learning.
Anybody got a cool fun fact so that we're truly learning? Learn something new every day.
Did you know that the capybara has the largest penis to body ratio size among all the mammals?
Did they not survey me? Hey yo. Survey 1.
Matt Pat's retiring.
Who's Matt Pat?
That wasn't fun.
Who did Matt Pat?
Game theory
Patrick
guy.
Mahomes? Fuck.
No, Matt Pat. This is a game
Maxi
like
Pad?
that's just a theory, a game theory.
Matt Pat's a theory?
Is he actually retiring, or is it just a theory?
I thought he was a human.
A Matt theory.
He's retiring. He said his last episode is going to be in March.
Oh.
So is he driving on rims?
Do you guys remember the gaming group Dude, Where's My Challenge?
Oh, I keep forgetting to talk about this, but yeah, I do know that channel.
Yeah. R.I.P. to Matt.
Paul.
Yeah. Paul.
Another
sorry.
Matt?
No. I was looking at Matt's profile. But yeah, R.I.P. to Paul.
Who's Paul?
Did you guys ever watch Dude, Where's My Challenge on YouTube?
I know, dude, where's my car with Ashton Kutcher?
Basically, they're a bunch of, I think they're English. They live in the UK, and they did like, you know how type of content was big on YouTube about 10 years ago, where people would do like dumb food challenges or go and throw themselves down a hill, like TGF, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were pretty big for that. They would do a lot of food challenges. That's kind of what they were known for. Where they'd be like, "Hey, let's just drink half a bottle of the hottest hot sauce and see what happens, guys."
They did a centennial drinking challenge where they took 100 shots of beer
In 100 minutes.
in 100 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every minute for 100 minutes, you have to take a shot of beer, which
That's
sounds
just
easy
insane.
until you get to the
That's-
hour mark.
That's like 3.5 English pints.
I think it was like 540s or something like that. But you got to think about it in 100 minutes. That's an
Yeah.
hour 40 minutes that you have to drink like 540s.
Yeah, that sounds like a good way to get alcohol poisoning and die.
Not fun.
Yeah, not fun.
But God, their channel's been dormant for a while now because YouTube and their new family friendly mode kind of just kicked them to the curb. They get like not a lot of views per video.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the year, everybody but Paulie started a new YouTube channel. It's DWMC, which is the acronym for Dude, Where's My Challenge? And they put up one video. And then a week after that video went up, they went back to the main channel and announced that Paulie had passed away.
Wow.
Which
I
is-
didn't know they put up a new video.
They have a whole new channel now. But
That's tough.
did you see it through the YouTube community post?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I saw it on Instagram.
It popped up in my subscription feed because I'm still subscribed to them on YouTube. I was like, what the fuck?
Epic Rap Battles of History just posted a new video.
I thought you were about to say that they just died. I was like, what?
No, they literally just posted a new video, King Kong versus Godzilla.
What season is it now?
They're so intermittent now. It's not really a season thing anymore.
Every once in a while.
Yeah,
I'm old enough to
It's just
remember.
like-
You go first.
you're old enough to remember what? I was just gonna say they're just like they just upload completely randomly now. Like you might get 1 or 2 videos a year if you're lucky.
I was gonna say I'm old enough to remember when Nice Peter used to post stuff before Epic Rap Battles of History.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
before ERB just really kicked off. Same with like the guy that created the annoying orange, Dambo.
uh-huh.
He used to have a whole YouTube channel where he would he was one of the first guys that really dabble in editing software, and he always had like what was the video? The lighter hack, where he would take the top off of the lighter and he would twist it a couple times and pretend to have a flamethrower, and then if you twist it a couple more times, it was a firebolt. They could blow up your
But-
friend's car. Like, it was hilarious. And then he did another one where you open up a VCR and it just had a bunch of AA batteries in it that you could use. And then he flipped over an N64 and it had a bunch of batteries in it. Like, he clearly opened them up and planted a bunch of shit in it. But he had a bunch of
Yeah.
fake life hacks that you could look at. They were awesome. And then he started making the annoying orange, and he made so much money that he had no reason to make anything else. But to be fair, that's what he was working towards, was something that was going to make him money.
Well, make money.
Is that the goal?
Fuck bitches. That's what
Can't do that.
That's what someone said. Wasn't me.
Was it
okay? I
Gandhi?
just reiterated it. Yeah, it was probably Gandhi.
Can we get Gandhi in the
Maybe
recording room?
Jay Z.
Gandhi
Maybe
said-
Jay Z.
what
But
Gandhi said
probably
was
Gandhi.
disregard females, obtain currency.
It's the same thing.
That's what he was saying as he was just sitting there not eating.
Was it Tupac? Fuck bitches, get money.
No, Gandhi.
Yeah, that was Gandhi.
It was
Gandhi.
Gandhi.
Mhm.
All right, it's settled. It was Gandhi.
What did the Dalai
It
Lama
was
say?
Buddha.
He said,
Buddha said, "Smell it
No, no.
before you eat it."
yes, you were right about that, but the Dalai Lama said, Carl, why is there a man with no hands in our apartment? That's what he was famous.
Llamas and hats.
With hat.
With hats.
Llamas with hats. They can't be
Speaking
in
of
a
old
hat.
things, I wonder how the people of Film Cow are doing.
You say film
that-
cow?
Film Cow.
Wow.
That's what made Llamas with Hats and Charlie the Unicorn. All those classics.
Dude,
My personal favorite was Weasels. If you don't know Weasels by Film Cow, it's a great song.
Weasel. Weasel's a great
Weasel.
band.
Weezer?
No, weasel.
Film cow is weasel.
Jesus.
Sorry, Barndor. I'm done.
No, I was just saying because you guys know Charlie the Unicorn, right?
Yes.
Let's go to Candy
Yeah.
Mountain, Charlie.
Yeah, the same people or person that made llamas with hats, and they also made a short called Weasels, which was similar to the two. But there was one weasel that was sad, and then another weasel starts cheering him up by singing a song, and the song is just bomb.
Dude,
It,
RIP.
it starts off sounding like a normal song, but it's twisted like any short like theirs is.
Llamas in pajamas.
I was gonna say RIP to all the old YouTube channels that don't upload anymore.
Oh, what's the one?
I'm scrolling through my YouTube list to see if I can find any that I used to watch all the time.
Dude, I have one for you.
Mm-hmm. Like my go
I
on
have
YouTube was always
too.
Make Me Bad 35.
Dude, who did the This Gun Fucking Sucks for like Black Ops 2 and shit.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh
man, this gun fucking sucks.
yeah. But he had like he had all of them. It was This Gun Fucking Rocks and like oh dude, he was so good. I wonder if I'm still
Do I have to look up my gun fucking sucks?
Ask a Ninja.
Ask a Ninja, what was that?
It was a dude that like wore like a cheap like ninja outfit, and then here I'll pull up a bit on YouTube real quick.
Okay.
Because you kind of have to watch it. It's hilarious.
I just pulled his name, David. Wicked Shrapnel.
Wicked Shrapnel, dude.
Dude, I'm still subscribed to him, actually. He posted 23 hours ago.
Never mind, he's still active then.
Yeah, but he got 116 views. It's called Spicy Chicken Teriyaki, and it's just a video of a plate of spicy chicken teriyaki.
Fucking A.
His most popular video is Justin Bieber versus Bruce Lee UFC EA Sports Celebrity Death Match.
Here, I'm trying to find a good one. He hasn't posted in like 9 years.
All right, back to my YouTube.
Yeah.
There's an old Let's Player that I used to watch. His name is The Silent Laws. I bet you guys have never heard of him because he still only has like 400 subscribers. But he used to post like Tony Hawk videos. And that was my shit when I was like 13. What other ones do we get on here?
I had one fucking there's this guy called Yami Mash. I found him because me and my brother watched Markiplier from like his very fucking early days and shit. And
Mhm.
Yami Mash was a guy he played like Gmod horror maps with in a couple of videos that are on his channel. And he was kind of growing at the same rate that Mark was for a minute, and then at one point he just fucking disappeared. Markiplier started to blow up, and then he was just posting every now and again. And apparently, I'm looking at his channel now. He's at 1.27 million subscribers, so he's still doing good on YouTube. He's still posting. But I was looking at his popular videos, and one of them is titled Misty's Naked Pokemon Uncensored Edition 3.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah?
Which means that he has 2 other videos in that series, at least.
Oh, annotations. Annotations don't exist on YouTube anymore. Remember when you could just click the screen?
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you could put up the link in the middle of the video.
I saw a TikTok about that earlier this week where somebody was like, oh, do you remember when YouTube had annotations? And, you know, they're like, what was that?
They still have an option to turn them on and off in
Mhm.
your mobile app.
Those aren't annotations. Those are just the cards at the end of the video. Do you remember the annotations were like actual speech bubbles that you could just layer on a YouTube video?
I still get those on my phone.
The cards at the end of the video? Or are you talking about the little
No, I'm
info
talking
at
about the
top
little
right?
pop-up that comes up on top of the video that has the little eye and the click
I
here
haven't
for the
seen
link
that
or
in
whatever.
fucking years.
They still
Yeah,
have those?
I think he's right on mobile.
I still
think
get
he
those
might
on my
still be
I
there,
still get
yeah.
those on my YouTube on my phone.
Those are like
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. That's like an info bar that pops out with the little eye symbol.
No, it's not the info bar either.
It's a link
literally-
to their website.
It's literally like basically what an annotation was, where you click on the screen on like the video and it sends a link. It's not like a pop-down bar or something.
That's what I'm saying.
I,
But the old annotations where you could do it wherever you wanted in the video, and you could change the colors of the boxes so you can make it look like a post-it note. Yeah, they don't
that's
have
what I'm
those
saying.
anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Colton's right though on the phone. It's not exactly an annotation where you can put it on a specific spot on the screen, but you're able to make it so that you can touch the screen at some point
Mhm.
on the phone.
And the
it'll send it
setting
to a
in
link.
your phone is still called annotations.
Yeah. Well, it's not the annotations that they used to be. They just reformatted it into the info bar.
It's not the same as the computer, yeah, but
Because those old annotations used to let you. The big thing about it was the choose your own path videos, where they would just be point at 2 points of the screen and you would click one or the other. Do you remember those?
the
Yeah.
most recent one I remember is Markiplier in space, but that was like past the point of
Annotations.
annotations.
God, I don't
He
even
did a
remember when
video
they got rid of
before
those.
that though.
I remember clicking on a couple videos early into YouTube, and the fucking video would be layered in like 30 different annotations. Like you had to turn them off because you couldn't see the fucking video over the annotations, because they would make them the size of the video, and then there would be like 30 different ones that were smaller in the screen. So even if you tried to hit the X on all of them, there was like 30 pop-ups that you needed to get rid of. It was annoying as shit.
I'm glad that died.
Yeah,
And 6 of them were probably malware.
probably. Because YouTube didn't give a shit where you linked off to in like 2009.
Yeah.
Well, it was only like 2 years old at that point.
So there,
YouTube was a different place when it first started.
yeah. So they still do have annotations, but they don't let you layer them on a video, because that
Yeah.
gets pretty annoying. And then they kind of replaced it with the end cards, where like the end of the video would be like, oh, click on these. You know, there's a circle with our YouTube channel on it. We do that. We have end cards.
Yay. Yay, end cards. Make sure you
If you guys
stick
are
around
still
for the
listening,
end.
continue to the end of the video so you can see those cards. We took time to put those in.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And make sure to like. And what else?
Smash the like button.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Daddy.
I know we say it a lot, people, but please. It really mean a lot.
Yeah, I
Alright.
want to make pennies.
No, you're not. Don't. That's a federal crime, sir.
I was about to say, what? Make it a mint? You can start pressing pennies?
Yeah, it's a.
Is that what
illegal.
people
Push
do when they
P.
strip copper wire? They just smash them into fake pennies?
Hmm.
Can you
I'm
imagine?
pretty sure that'd be
I-
a lot more worth it than pennies, though, no? Or
I
are pennies
used to
full of
have
copper?
a blank penny.
A blank penny?
Yeah, like it didn't get struck.
Are pennies
You
100% copper?
should have kept that because that would have been worth like a
No.
lot.
They're actually not worth that much.
No, not worth the cent that you would
That-
get for
that
a copper.
No, they're worth more than that, but they're like that particular error isn't really worth a whole lot.
Okay. I have
What
a-
year was it? Like supposed
There
to
was
have
no
been made?
there was no
Yeah,
year
no,
on it
okay.
because there was no stamping on it.
Oh, it just got smashed, but nothing was printed. Yeah.
It
If there was-
it was
if there was-
literally a blank penny.
If there was a year on it and it was older, that would have put more value on it. But I get what
That's
you mean. That it was just
Yeah, that's an error.
it was just a smash.
Can we put an annotation on it so it's not blank anymore?
That's funny that you brought that up, Colton, because literally earlier today, me and Ellie, we opened up her piggy bank and I counted up the money that was in it. And for the first like hour and a half, I was sitting there sorting all the pennies by the year, and I went, "This is gonna fucking take all day." So I just counted it all, and then was like, "This is how much you have, kid." I found one wheat penny that was from like 1946 or something.
Whoa, that was also 3 years ago.
Yep. Remember when the World War ended a year ago, 3 years ago?
A year in the future. The year in the future the other one starts. Like it's just kicking off. The sequel. Those are the days.
Well, listen, 4 years ago, the Niners lost the Super Bowl, and then Trump was elected. The Niners just lost the Super Bowl. Is history going to repeat itself?
Oh, fuck.
It was also 1937. The Rams
Oh,
just
shit.
became a franchise. Congratulations to them. What was their fucking team name? It was the Cleveland Rams. They started in Cleveland.
Cleveland?
Yeah.
They've gone from
Oh.
Cleveland to St. Louis to Los Angeles to St. Louis to Los Angeles.
They only went to St. Louis once.
Oh my!
They
Yeah,
went.
that's what I only said St. Louis once.
You said Cleveland to St. Louis to LA to St. Louis to LA.
Oh yeah, I did say St. Louis twice. My bad.
Fuck it. They went to St. Louis twice.
Fuck it, we
Dude,
ball.
they should go to St. Louis. Do it for St. Louis.
Well, because the Cardinals,
Who's
Cardinals
St.
started in
Louis?
St. Louis.
Chicago Cardinals, right?
Yeah, it was a Chicago. Or it was the. They used to have an original team name. Then they moved to Chicago and became the Cardinals. I forget what their original name was. Then they moved to St. Louis, and there were two St. Louis Cardinals teams. It was them and the baseball one. So when you had to refer to them, you went, "Oh, the baseball Cardinals." And then they moved to Phoenix in the '80s and became the Phoenix Cardinals. And then moved back to St. Louis and then Arizona, and then St. Louis, Arizona. High five the Rams on their way out.
Okay, so next year's Super Bowl is at New Orleans, right?
Yes.
I think
That's
so.
the
Yeah.
Caesars Stadium.
Yeah, the Caesars
Correct.
Superdome.
That place looks just fucking insane. I saw
That-
pictures of it, and it looks fucking insane.
Is it a new stadium?
Relatively, right?
They built it after Katrina. So
Well,
whenever they reopened it-
wasn't the last St. Louis Super Bowl in 2012 with the Niners and the Ravens, and that was the blackout bowl.
the New Orleans. Yeah, I think that was the last Super Bowl.
New Orleans. I said St. Louis. My bad.
Yeah,
New
St. Orleans, New Louis.
Yeah, New Louis. Yeah.
Okay, Raiders Saints in the Super Bowl.
Because it's gonna be like the Gruden Bowl 2.0 where we lose to Derek Carr and then we get made fun of double hard.
Derek Carr, though, this next coming season has the chance to lose
Break
to
his
every
back.
single. He has the chance to lose to every single football team that he's played against, and meeting all 32 teams.
He'd be the first person to lose to all 32 teams.
He has the chance to do it. Yeah.
Because you got to think about it. You have to be in the league for a long time and switch teams. And there's only been 32 teams
yeah.
for 20 years.
So what? He's been on the Saints and the Raiders. Was those the only two teams he played for?
Yeah. Well, on the
Wow.
Raiders, he did a lot of losing, so he definitely knocked off a lot of buckets. But can you believe he's still never lost to the Panthers? Even though they're in the same division now. I mean, he's only played one season there, but
Wow.
wow.
This Super
Then
Bowl
again,
will
it's
be
the
the
Panthers.
Oilers.
And then he'll play the Raiders too.
Yeah. Here's my Super Bowl prediction for this year. Colton's right. The Oilers will get there.
Yep.
And they're going to
Yep.
play either the Miami Heat or
The Decatur Staleys.
Toronto
Taylor
Maple
Swift.
Leafs. No, it's either going to be the Miami Heat or the Toronto Maple Leafs that the Oilers will play. That's my Super Bowl prediction. Putting $1 down on the money line because it's going to be like a 1,000,000-point money line. And if it happens,
Don't count out the
I'm
Rockies.
moving to Tahiti.
I was gonna say it was gonna be the Red
we
Wings.
Can't count out the Rockies.
Mm-hmm.
Can't count out the Rockies or the Athletics. You never know when they're going to have their comeback season.
Yeah, yeah. Adventurous, I like it.
Alabama comes in. Their football team, fuck it.
All of a sudden, the college from Alabama. is now
Alabama,
the-
Arkansas.
That would be funny though. No, but I was gonna comment on what David said earlier. There's some impressive NFL stadiums out there. There's the
Oh,
New
yeah.
Orleans Caesar Superdome. There's a Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
Mercedes-Benz, yeah.
If you've never seen a picture of that stadium, it is insane. The Falcon statue that they have outside, it looks wicked. It makes me wish there was a big statue outside of Allegiant, just of something.
No, that's because you have the torch on the inside.
That's true. You know what somebody pointed out the other day?
Huh.
Because I was watching a video on YouTube where somebody was doing a tour of the stadium, which was coincidentally during the Jets game, which is when I was there. So I was like, I'm somewhere in that video. I
Huh.
didn't really want to pause it and find out.
That's funny.
But the newer indoor stadiums that are being built, you know how they have the giant scoreboards? Like the Dallas Cowboys have that giant fucking TV that they put that all the kickers keep hitting.
Right.
SoFi in LA has that big ring, and the ring is just one giant continuous screen.
Yeah.
That's a
Um,
really cool thing. That's one of my favorite things about that stadium.
Yeah, you can't do that with outdoor stadiums because you can't put a giant jumbotron in the middle of nothing.
Right.
Yes,
I
you
don't know.
can.
Sure, yeah, let's launch it, hang it from space.
Cables.
Cables, yeah, but
That would,
weather.
I don't know. Yeah, weather, wind. Can you imagine how heavy that would be? Or they put
Well-
like a little 32-incher up there.
Fucking
But
How
that-
heavy is the Golden Gate Bridge?
Pretty heavy.
It's a
Pretty
suspension
heavy.
bridge. It's held up with wires.
That's true.
But
Oh,
have-
TVs have
there has to be
wires.
like
Oh.
infrastructure for it.
Since you said that though, sir, since that ring screen is there, the
Mhm.
funny part about that, it is an enclosed stadium, but we've talked about before they had to stop that one of the games there because of a lightning thing, because there's a part of it that's fucking open to the
That's hilarious.
outside.
It's so funny.
It's an enclosed stadium, but the entrance or something of it is open to the outside. It's a
Mhm.
giant from the outside to the end. There's no door. So they have to call it for fucking
Yeah.
lightning games, even though it's an enclosed stadium, and the chances of lightning striking inside there,
Mm-hmm.
the chances of lightning striking a person is slim to none. But in a stadium like
Still.
that, and especially with that giant thing there, they have to cancel the game.
It's okay. The
if there's
Raiders put a giant torch inside, so I don't think that's up to fire code.
Huh.
But yeah, they have these big jumbotrons. I didn't even think about it when I went to the game. There's no jumbotron at the Raiders stadium. They don't have one, and it was because they want people to be watching the game. They don't want all the people in the nosebleeds to be staring up at the
That's
jumbotron. They
fair.
want everybody eyes on the
You
field.
still have some screens though, right? That
Yeah, they still have the end
play
zone
the
screens.
replays and stuff.
They have 4 big screens on the corners of the stadium that just like have field footage, and then whatever they're showing going
Field
over the
footage
PA.
and then shows the replays and stuff.
Yep. But they don't have a
Okay.
jumbotron, so you can't just sit there and watch a jumbotron. And because like if you're looking forward at the game, I guess you could be watching one of the screens to the side, but all the seats face towards the middle, so they don't want you looking at a big screen if you're looking at the field. They want you to be like, oh, there's the field. I guess their thought behind that is they want the energy to be on the players themselves, because that's fair.
And that makes sense.
And
That
it's
makes sense
kinda
too
like-
for like in the. Go ahead, David. Sorry.
It just I think it aligns with Davis's traditional kind of outlook, right?
Mhm.
Al Davis, just kind of keep it original. Maybe it stems from that a little bit too.
This is the Raiders' first indoor stadium,
Oh,
because
yeah.
they've either played in the Oakland Coliseum, old Candlestick Park for a few years, and then the LA Memorial Coliseum.
Dang,
Yeah.
hot dang.
So they've played in a bunch of dog shit stadiums.
Yeah,
historically.
dude, like those are all like renters baseball stadiums.
Multi-purpose.
Yeah.
Because the LA
Yeah.
Coliseum is built for the Olympics. It's got a fucking track around it, and USC
That's
plays their
fun.
games
Yeah,
there.
the in that Coliseum they do fucking NASCAR races every year in that
Mhm.
bitch.
Yeah, and then they moved back to Oakland, and was the last multi-purpose stadium in the NFL to share it with the baseball team.
With flooding, what is it? Flooding
Bathrooms.
Bathrooms.
Yeah, the toilets notoriously overflowed in Oakland. There was literally shit falling out of the stadium.
I heard they had that issue with the new stadium though too, with the bathrooms flooding.
Dude, those bathrooms are so nice. Oh my god. I don't know if that's true, but like I remember walking in and going, "Where's the piss trough?" Like I don't feel like
the hardest kiss of your life.
I don't feel like I'm getting to know the fans around me. Cuz I was just talking about this at work this week, but when Antonio Brown burned the Raiders and we ended up cutting him like 2 days before the first game of the season, there were pictures, people like brought their Antonio Brown jerseys and stuffed them in all the urinals and the troughs.
Oh, wow.
So like instead of having like all the cakes and shit like that there, it was just lined in Antonio Brown jerseys.
That's fucking funny, dude. Holy shit.
And then our backup wide receiver, who became the wide receiver 1, scored the first touchdown of the season, and it started a fuck Antonio Brown chant. They were not nice to him. I feel like that energy's lost in Vegas, just like Oakland just being like, we don't give a shit. Fuck you.
I hope it comes back with Pierce being head coach, honestly.
He's trying to bring it back. He's got that Southern Cali in him.
Yeah. No, it's good for the boys, too.
Have you watched interviews with him talking?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a leader.
Yeah, he is, dude. And he believes in all of the guys. And it's a good energy to see, right? Because, yeah, teamwork, man. Fucking A. Let's go Raiders. For once. Beat the fuck out of everyone. I don't care if we get in fights in this season. Let's just go. Right?
I want to see him fucking do a good.
Hey,
season.
the enemy team can't play you if they're dead.
That's true. Do you guys know what the Jordan rules were in the 80s, 90s?
No.
So Michael Jordan was so good on the Bulls, the Detroit Pistons had these things called the Jordan rules, where they would just basically go out there and bully Michael Jordan. Like, if you take him out of the game, they're not winning. And it worked because Michael Jordan didn't win his first championship until the turn of the 90s. when he
Wow.
three-peated, retired, and then three-peated again. But up
Jeez.
until the point where the Pistons finally didn't have an answer for Michael Jordan, the Pistons were the guys in the East to beat. And then the Bulls came along, and it was, you got to beat the Bulls now. And nobody beat the Bulls with Michael Jordan.
Wow. Fucking A.
But Antonio Pierce says he was on Max Crosby's podcast. Apparently Max Crosby does it's like the Rush podcast.
For sure.
And Antonio Pierce says that the Raiders are going to start some sort of Jordan rules with Mahomes. Basically, other teams were letting Mahomes just get too comfortable passing the ball, making Mahomes make it look easy. And you saw in that game on Christmas, he threw 2 back-to-back pick sixes. Something happened where he was rattled enough to get so careless with the ball 2 plays in a row. That resulted in 14 points for the other team.
Right. Yeah, and that it brings up a good point, right?
Mhm.
Like, keep it interesting. I mean, they obviously take penalties here and there, so I don't know. I hope it turns out to be an interesting season.
Can you imagine if every NFL team designates one roster guy to go out there and just fucking lay out the quarterback for a 15-yard penalty? And once they get their one, they go, all right, on the bench.
Yeah.
They get that $15,000 NFL fine, but the team's like, "Don't worry, you get $100,000 for killing that guy."
You get a $45,000 bonus.
Yeah.
That's what the Saints were doing, except they were intentionally hurting people.
Yeah, they had that headhunting.
You can go out there. I don't have a problem with you going out there and roughing up a player. It's football. It's a tackle sport. You go out there and you hit them hard and you let them know you ain't running that shit around here.
Right.
Because, like, Kelsey, oh my God, in the Super Bowl, he's yelling at his head coach, throwing tizzy fits and shit like that. But I think the big problem...
Taylor.
I think the big
Such a
problem
little
is
bitch.
nobody on the Niners gave him a reality check.
Laid
Tight
him the fuck
tight
out,
ends
yeah.
running over the middle need to get laid out,
Yeah.
especially if they're catching a ball and their eyes are not downfield and they have to turn around. I would have loved to see Fred Warner pop him.
Kelsey in that Super Bowl too. Every single time I saw him catching the ball, he was literally just like jogging up to it. He wasn't fucking moving fast. He was literally just a slow moving thing that one of our defense guys could have gotten. Oh, he's about to catch it. Now you're dead.
Can you imagine Trent
Not
Williams at
bad.
safety just to pop Travis Kelsey one time? I would love to see that.
Trent Williams, he's lined up on the line. He pulls off just to fucking run at Kelsey.
Yeah, that would be spectacular.
It really would.
God, he's such a big guy, Trent Williams.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine what would go through his head? So all of a sudden he's lined up looking at this guy. That guy peels off and he looks to his right, and it's just Trent Williams fucking freight training to him.
I could imagine what his head will go through.
Mm-hmm.
A wall?
Probably.
I miss what was his name? Abram for the Raiders. He wasn't good in coverage, but God, he loved throwing his body out on the line no matter what.
I miss Mac.
Yeah,
Still a rough subject.
stuff his jersey. It's not going anywhere.
Baby, come back.
Mac attack.
You
Oh,
can put
return
it
of the
on
Mac.
me.
Oh yeah.
Ah, fuck. How many months do we have?
We're at about an hour.
No, months. Sorry.
We're at
So-
about an hour.
How many months do we have? We're at an hour.
It's almost the end of February, so we got like 10 and a quarter months on the year.
No. Till
He meant
football.
until football season.
Football.
Kind of football.
NFL.
NFL.
The only kind that
7?
actually matters.
Yeah, about 6.5 to 7 months.
Well, you and our basketball is doing good. We could go watch them.
We could.
That would be fun.
Uh,
Catch one of those games.
the season closers at home against UNLV, and it's JaVale McGee night.
Is it really?
Yep, because he played for Nevada, and he's currently on the Sacramento Kings, and that makes me wonder if JaVale McGee's going to be there. That'd be
That
pretty
would be
dope.
fucking. That would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Dean
Wow.
McGee?
JaVale McGee,
JaVale.
No, I'm saying the McGee.
the
Oh,
McGee,
My grandpa used to
Why
call
would you
me
say the
McGee.
McGee when you could say the McGee?
the McGee.
The McGee doesn't, huh? The McGee. Yes, yeah.
Gumba Gooba, huh? The fuck?
I agree, Brandon.
I've been watching Sopranos.
Oh, you fucking gabagool fuck!
You
I said,
gotta go
Tone,
Fuck.
I'll handle it. I'll throw the picture of the horse away. Have you gotten to the part with the picture with the horse?
I don't think
The
so.
horse head.
Not the horse head. Not the whore's head. But like, there's a whole story arc with Tony buying a horse, a racehorse, and he gets like a painting of it, and puts it in his office.
Yeah, I have not seen that one yet.
Okay.
Huh.
I did finish watching that last year. It's actually spectacular. I know the ending's controversial, but I thought it was fine.
Fucking A. Well, one to
That's because
finish.
it just like ends.
The show literally just ends, and there's a lot of speculation as to what the ending meant, and even the director's like, I don't know, the ending's the ending. I ended it the way I wanted to.
Fair enough.
Why are you thinking about it?
Yeah. Well,
He's like, it's a series. It ended. That's it. It's over.
And then they did the
You
the prequel movie,
yeah.
The Saints of Newark.
oh, okay.
Mhm. So when you get done watching The Sopranos, you can check that out. It's not the greatest movie,
Yeah.
but I think it's all right if you just want to get a little bit more story about their universe. Because it's a young Tony Soprano. He's in it, but it's not about Tony Soprano.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
But his
sure.
son plays Michael Gandolfini. His son plays Tony Soprano in the movie,
Huh.
which is pretty cool.
For sure. Word.
R.I.P. to James Gandolfini.
Indeed. All right, gents. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there. We're about an hour in.
Closing remarks.
Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate you.
Yeah, if you made it this far, thank you, Bryant. Thank you. Hey, if you made it this far, well, thank you too. We know that Bryant's made it this far.
He always makes it this far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments if you made it to the end by just saying poop.
Literally.
It'll probably get auto-filtered, but that's fine. We'll pin it.
Yeah, I'll pin it. I got you. With that being said, we'll see you guys next week. Be sure to listen in for the beat of the week. It's always fucking fire.
Oh, what's my challenge this week? Colton, what's up?
Ooh, that's right. We need a challenge.
I'm gonna let Colton decide.
Let's go with the Macintosh startup sound.
Got it.
Since we mentioned it.
Ooh.
We'll start a calendar. We'll let Colton go this week. Brandon, you get next week. David, then Austin.
Yeah.
All
okay.
right. Word.
Cool. So you guys got a month to think about which beats you're gonna give me.
Boom, 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 boom. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. You know where to catch us. Check out the link tree down below. And in the meantime, bye.
There's the beat.
Bye.